All right, you're still on to the conversation on Lagos television. I did say before that break that we'll be focusing on the alarming rate of insecurity in the country. The welfare of the people as well as their security should form the cardinal program of any government, especially a country like Nigeria, because constitutionally, welfare and security of the people is enshrined in the 1999 Constitution as amended. But in Nigeria, the problem of insecurity has continued to plague the country. And of course, today it is kidnapping, tomorrow it is banditry, and it appears that the government of the day, despite all efforts, is becoming helpless. This morning, we are looking at how we can deploy technology to tackle the problem of insecurity in Nigeria. And we have someone in the building who is interested in assisting government by providing solutions on how best we can tackle this problem using the best of technology. We have with us in the studio this morning, Abdulrazak Onikosi. Abdulrazak Onikosi is a security analyst. It's a pleasure to have you.
I'm very pleased to meet you, sir.
Okay, before we go into how we can actually take advantage of technology to tackle the problem of insecurity in different parts of the country, our approach as to tackling the insecurity that we have here and there, I mentioned kidnapping, banditry. Are those approach not effective?
Well, the problem of insecurity is no longer a news, in Nigeria. And it's just a pity that the government has always explored a single approach, as in physical approach.
Okay.
Security, or coping insecurity is not just all about pursuing armed robber, pursuing kidnapping, or procurement of arms. It goes
beyond that.
Beyond that. Let us, first look into management of personnel before coming into.
Okay, would that mean their welfare?
Yes, as an expert, if we are just concentrating on the issue of technology, we have to always have it at the back of our mind that at least technology cannot manage itself.
Sure.
People will manage technology. You procure ICT, information, communication technologies, devices. There are people to manage those things. If those personals are not properly managed, taken care of, you know what results will be. And that has always been my advocacy on this program, both on Yoruba program and this Morning Delight and the likes of that. So I've always been an advocate of, as in health mayor theories of approach. Approach to management of crisis.
So the welfare of our security personnel are so vital to tackling this problem of insecurity.
Very important, because procurement of ICT instruments, fine, it is good that you buy CCTV camera, you buy a tracker, you buy this, but you should always have it at the back of our mind that people will manage all these devices. So if those people are not properly managed, as in their welfares are not taken care of, their salaries are not paid as at when due, their promotion is not effected as at when due, they all have families, they have children. Their children will go to school, the wife will, must eat. If they are not okay, all those devices, they are immaterials. It will not be useful. At the end of the day, it will be abandoned.
So that's one step out.
That is an approach.
Okay.
You understand? Let's now come to, the real ICT.
Before
approach.
we go into ICT, time
Okay.
it was in this country when the federal government allocated a huge sum of money for the installation of CCTV in the Federal Capital Territory. Recently, something happened in Abuja between officers and men of the Nigerian police and members of Shites. Yeah. I felt that, okay, if those CCTV were actually effective, they would have nipped that particular crisis in the bud before it happened.
Yes, yeah, that's what we call preventive diplomacy. As in all those acclaimed, procured, yes, will have been used as a preventive mechanism. that will prevent, that kind of crisis from occurring. But all we can see today, we are still back into the people. The people matters in management of crisis. You understand? If they are not properly managed, you disburse billions, no payment of salary, definitely the part of the money, or which part of the money might be diverted. You understand? And if those things are diverted, then what happens to the, what they are claiming, secure the instruments? Sure, you understand? So my major concern is if personnel are properly managed. Yoruba say, ọmọ tí ó yó, tí ebi bá ń pa, àwa ni kó lọ máa rú ẹrù.
What does that mean?
That is where you are assigning a duty to an hungry person.
Okay.
When you assign a duty to an hungry person, instead of delivering that duty as it is, he might divert part of that consignment to his own personal
because
use.
he's hungry.
Because he's hungry. But if we have taken a preventive mechanism that, okay, fine, this is what's supposed to go to this personnel. You take care of the welfare, the salary, the promotion, everything. Definitely, if such a personnel later misbehave, then if the punishment or sanction follows, then it will be justified.
Okay, so let's come back to our major focus for today, which is how we can use different technologies to tackle our problem of insecurity. Presently, Nigeria is faced with food crisis because our farmers cannot go to farm because of insecurity. So what are the technology platforms available for us to tackle this problem of insecurity? Apart from technology, there are many approaches which the federal government have explored. Number one. Well, it seems they are not effective. It seems they are not. That is, we are still back into the personnel that will manage the technology. So let us look at the Cybercrime Act of year 2015. You understand? That act was enacted. You understand? Then another body was, established. That is a National Information Technology Development Agency that was established, and they work hand in hand with the Office of National Security Advisor. Sure, you understand? So those bodies, they are there to implement that enacted law. You understand? But fine, when you bid, you bid a house, and the house must be lighted. There are many things that makes the house to last, be complete. Then there are that house will not survive without continuous management. Are you with me now? So the enactment of a law may not last if the people that will implement are not properly taken care of. I'm still coming back to the same management of personnel. So that is one, that enactment of Cybercrime Act of 2015. That is one. Then let us look at this Cybercrime Advisory Council. Yes, those people, they are there also to implement the policy, made, whatever policy made in respect of all these cybercrime, activities, But when the personnel in the organization are not equally properly managed, taken care of, what happens to that body? Okay, now let's just assume that, the federal government will have a change. There are many measures that federal government have taken, a step up that have been taken by the federal government. But the fact remains, what happens to the people that push? Okay, I love the fact that you have pointed out the need for government to motivate our security officers enough for them to deliver on their goals and targets. But now we are trying to propagate the need for us to embrace technology solutions to solve our insecurity problem. So what are the options that we have? There are many options, like many of our checking points. It is CCTV cameras can be installed. Okay. So you understand? Yes. Then there's something we call GIS, Geographical Information System, which can equally be installed in all these. We have, like in the southwest, we have. In Nigeria, we have 6 geopolitical zones. So all these things can be, be implemented and employed. Then all this tracker, like
something is a crime is about to occur. You understand? The NIN, this national identification number stuff, could be used to.
I was even coming to that. I was coming to that.
So it could be used to track any offenders or any criminal or act of criminalities. You understand?
But does it baffle you that, okay, people are getting kidnapped and these kidnappers will make some calls demanding for money, yet we have linked our NIN with our
and they cannot be traced. That's it. That's what I'm saying. You see, that is where I'm thinking. You see, despite, that's why I said, despite all the policies, I'm trying to hammer where the loopholes are. You understand that, okay, millions of policies, millions of enacted laws may not work if personnel that will implement or manage or effect, management of that law are not properly taken care of. They might even be they want to frustrate
the system.
So that is why it is germane to management of personnel is very, very important. So then, if we can make that one as the primary, not secondary, then the ICT stuff might be secondary. Like in section 14, subsection 2 of 1999 Constitution, it says protections of lives and property shall be the paramount duty of government. Then the subsection 2B now said, and the welfare
of the people.
It first of all mentioned protections of lives and property. Then it now follow it with welfare. That is provision of amenities, which is another thing. Because if that provisions of amenities are not there, the security is even a threat. Because no water, no light, people will be threatened. The life, everything there will be threat. So this thing is like the issue of security, ICT and management of personnel is somehow look like a matrimonial thing, like husband and wife. So the two must go
hand in hand.
Thank you, hand in hand. Thank you, sir.
All right. You mentioned.
So I mean, there is no how we can focus on introduction of ICT, CCTV camera, implementation of a Cyber Crime Act of 2015, all these enacted law, policy made. There could be billions of policy without proper management of personnel that will, implement the enacted law. That law is a failure.
Okay, so for this banditry and kidnapping that's on the increase now, what strategy do you think the federal government should adopt now to at least have a change of approach?
Thank you. Yoruba say, "Ẹni tó bá mọ̀nà la máa ń jẹ́ kó tọ́." As in, you don't give carpenter work to a bricklayer. So what the government needs to do is to invite experts, ICT experts. You understand? Because at times, you don't allow crime to occur.
You prevent it.
You prevent it. So it's better to prevent crime rather than allowing crime to occur. Because management of crime might be more cost than prevention of crime. When accident has not happened, there have not been collision of cars.
Vehicles. Yeah.
Then there is an ICT, or there is information technology that lets you allow a system to know that something is about to happen. Now you prevent it ab initio.
Strange movement in any environment.
Or strange movement. There is a CC that is a close. This is CCTV camera will have reflected that yes, there is danger. Then citing the danger, you prevent it ab initio. That is in advance before it occurs. Because when it occurs, it might be more cost in expenses. But the way you are able to prevent it, it will reserve many resources. It won't allow wastage of resources. So it's better government allow the experts to come in. You don't allow politics in anything that has to do with life.
Security.
Yes. So allow experts to do their work. Let them come in. Let them conduct research. What the problem is. What are the causes of the problem? Let them gather data. Let them go back to the drawing board, analyze their data, and provide solution.
Okay. For a country without an adequate data system, we do not know our population as we speak. We are under-policed, and so many factors.
Porous system,
porous borders is there, and then I'm not sure. You are an expert here. If our borders have CCTV,
if we're monitoring CCTV, yes, it's not guaranteed. Yeah.
So if you don't have an adequate and effective data system, how do you tackle this problem of insecurity?
It will be very, 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 very dangerous.
So what should we do in this direction?
What we should do is, I've said it earlier, I say government, my advice is for the government to allow ICT experts.
Even when you employ the experts,
yes,
we do not know our population as we speak.
They are there to conduct data. You understand? Because it is when you know the numbers of population of people you want to provide solution for that will enable you to know what is the population of a particular system. Maybe like Ogun State now or Lagos State. Okay, we have 10 million or 12 billion people living in Ogun State. That will allow you to know what are the provisions to be made economically, socially, politically, academically, and so forth. And that won't take a ICT professional. It is the work of an ICT. You know what I'm saying? You don't engage a public administrator or a politician. That's it. And that is where we have been getting it wrong in Nigeria. You understand? It's all about somebody, the head of a system will be saying, this guy is not appropriate for this position. He cannot handle it. They say, I'm the one that let him be there. The question now is it a matter of let him be there, or he is fit to deliver that responsibility who is expected of him or her? So if we can, do away from middling administrative things with political things, then we'll get the result. But in as much we still continue to say the will of an individual who is a political influential person will always prevail, then the failure will be the result. Okay,
but does the appointment of new DGs for NIA and DSS give you the confidence that we are close to the end of this problem of insecurity?
Yes. Well, not really about appointment. Just I've just said earlier. You understand? But I'm very sure
because the two gentlemen that were appointed recently by Mr. President are core professionals when it comes to security.
Thank you. I know our Commander-in-Chief and President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, he always takes some things into cognizance before appointing anybody into any political, given any political appointment. So it takes professional experience. You understand? Merit. There are many things it takes. People don't know him. That's Mr. President. I, from the distance, though I may not be close to him, but I can call him a scientist of politics. Somebody that knows how to study what is really happening, what the problem is, and who is fit to handle that problem. Yes. So the appointment of this DG and newly appointed, I think there will be changes with their professional experience. And so far, the merit in their surface delivery, because
you have rightly suggested that there are different options of technology that we can deploy to tackle the problem of insecurity. But when you look at this part of the world, internet penetration is still quite low, and having access to data is still a luxury in this part of the world because it's quite expensive for you to have data on your phone. If government should deploy more technology or give access to more Nigerians to have internet penetration, would that also assist?
Yes, I think even that internet accessibility to internet penetration should be very available to every Nigerian. Just as Chief Obafemi made free education, accessible to all the many Nigerians. Then, if that accessibility to data's internet is. Because when there is problem somewhere, somebody wants to give information to appropriate authority now, and that person doesn't have data, he does not even have time on his phone. How will it be possible? But if this thing is made available, how will I put it? Accessible. You understand? Then I think, curbing insecurity in the country, will be reduced to a minimum.
Okay, the different points you have raised now. What government should do in terms of motivation, in terms of deploying technologies, and of course allowing
experts.
engagement of experts.
Yeah, ICT experts.
At different positions of security.
Yes.
So as Nigerians, as citizens, what role do we also play to assist government in tackling this problem of insecurity?
Well, I have always been an advocate of community policing. Community policing is, it doesn't have option. Look, like somebody cannot be in Abuja and at the same time be policing Lagos. Like as we are here now, if there is a group,
or a crime is committed.
No, before crime committed, a group, let's say all this local security stuff or traditional stuff, because there are many ways we can assist government in tackling insecurity. We have traditional approach. Traditional approach is using the obas, elders in the community,
or the vigilante group,
to act as an hint to the appropriate authority. Something is about to happen, they give hint to appropriate authority will know what next to do. But if something is about to happen now, just even the very nearby police station may not know that something bad is about to happen here. But the people here are the ones to know that something is about to happen. So if there is close bomber-to-bomber communication system between the members of the community at the grassroots and the government at the local, state, and federal, I think the management of security, insecurity things will be softer. Okay. Because insecurity is everywhere. It's a global problem. Yes, and it is inevitable. It happens every day.
Because there will always be criminals.
There will always be crime and criminalities. It's natural. It's part of the system. There is a book I read that says laws are made to be broken and crime is normal. Yes.
That's complex.
Yeah, yes, it is true. There's no how people will not commit crime. It happens on a daily basis. But the question now is, how do we curb it? And the government is looking at it from just one perspective: buying guns, giving guns to policemen, pursuing people, arrest him, put him inside cell, prosecute him in the court of law. No, that is not the result. So at times, the ADR, alternative disputes, you can call people, use institutional approaches, traditional approaches, call them down, sit them down. What do you want? What is the problem? Because some people are not even there to kidnap. They are just there to scatter things. They just want to cause shouts. Yes, because they want government to hear them. They wanted to cause problem, not that they want to steal. But all these people also, they needed to be listened to.
Okay.
You understand, like mostly school leavers.
So you're also an advocate of state policing for us to tackle.
Yeah, to tackle insecurity. Then the problem of youth, the unemployment. Mr. President has taken a very bold step. Yes, in fact, let me say to Ali, how do you use it? How do you use it? So that's, you see, they say an hungry person. Is an angry person, and that angry person will always remain a threat to a secured person. Because when somebody is hungry, you are not hungry, you are okay, I am not okay. I will always serve as a threat to you. I will always be planning bad. This man has money. The third party will now be, come, how can we swindle this man? See what happens to that lady at Ondo, that caterer, the housemaid. Because they are hungry, they don't have anything for and they needed money, and they are thinking. Then equally, government can embark on mass, peace education, peace orientation.
Okay.
Yeah,
isn't that where the National Orientation Agency should come?
They are not working. They are not working. I have always been an advocate of maybe federal government could establish a kind of peace commission in every local government. We have 774 local governments that makes the country. So each local government can have a peace commission where it will be including youth, elders, farmers, artisans, businessmen, students. Everybody will be there.
So what will be their duty? Their
duty is whenever there is problem. It's like the ancient management of community issues. They will come there, see, it's like a community center of management of crisis. And anyone that is unresolvable will be pushed to police station or to whatever appropriate legal authority. But I'm sure that like 60-50% will be managed. Because when you are crying, it might be just give a tip and that thing will die. Okay. And you don't see anybody to attend to you. You become a nuisance. You become a nuisance, and that nuisance, before you know, the moment they say strike is about to happen now, they will take advantage of somebody want to protest. Say, oh yeah, we'll rob this one, we'll rob this shop. It will become an advantage for them. But if you have been using that kind of traditional peace commission approach, it will even still serve as a systematic way of, reducing the tension, community tension. She understand, and it will equally assist the police, equally reduce the congestion in the judiciary. So many things.
All right. Before we let you go this morning, some of the strategy of this government, does it give you hope that we are getting closer to the end of this insecurity problem?
Yes. Behind every Yoruba say, lẹ́yìn òǹgbẹ, I want to say this proverb that behind every hardship, there's still going to be success. As it is, there's no how you want to build a house. A house is something you build, live in forever. But the process of building a house, not rent, you
have to go through pains.
You have to go through pains, and behind every pains, behind every pains, there will be what? Success, relief. So house is something that is procedural. It takes pains and patience. So if you are not there to take the pains and patience, you may not complete the house. But if you can be steady that, okay, I'm ready to take the pains and the patience, definitely you build the house. And that house will now give you food, shelter, clothes, everything. And at the end of the day, there will be hope.
So that's the approach that government should use?
Yes.
All right, we thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Zach Onikosi, security analyst, giving us his own perspective as to how we can deploy technology to solve the problem of insecurity in Nigeria. And of course, it actually amplified the need for government to see to the welfare and the well-being of our security officers. We thank you once again for your time on the program.
Sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
I appreciate it, sir.
We'll take a very quick break on the program. When we come back, it will be time for the Lagos State ladies to take you through what is happening in Lagos. Stay with us.
When you wake up in the morning, you want to start your day. Start with Kellogg's, It is tasty and nutritious. That's why we start our days with Kellogg's, So you can reach your grades, stay active and alert. Start your day right, 'cause breakfast time is Kellogg's time. You can reach your grades, stay active and alert. Start your day right, 'cause breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
I always want what's best for my family. That's why we ensure we start our day with a Kellogg's breakfast, fortified with essential vitamins and minerals to stay active and alert to reach your grades.
Breakfast time